I have this image here of this model courtesy of Creative Commons, and I'm going to go ahead and click Control plus to zoom into her face, and I'm going to click on the H tool for the hand tool to move. And as you can see, there's quite a few blemishes on her face, on her skin, that I would like to remove. And for this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and use Camera Raw 6. Camera Raw should be bundled with Adobe Photoshop, depending on the version that you have. Now, to get started, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this image to show you guys how to open up an image using Camera Raw. This is actually a JPEG image, and if you don't have it set to open up automatically using Camera Raw, you can just simply open up Photoshop, click on File, Open As, and then if you go to the Open As section here, you simply click on Adobe Camera Raw, and then you locate your picture, which is a JPEG, and your JPEG will open up in Camera Raw. So first things first, I'm going to click on Control plus to zoom in a few times here. And let's just have a look at her face. And as you can see, there's quite a few blemishes here on her face, in the cheeks, and in the forehead as well. And in order to remove these, we can do it very, very quickly in Adobe Camera Raw. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Spot Removal tool. This is the B on your keyboard as a shortcut. Now, if you look on the right-hand side here, we have two options. We have Heal and we have Clone. And we also have a radius, which is the size of your brush. If I increase the radius, you can see the size of the brush increases. And we also have the opacity. Now, the Heal and Clone options work essentially the same as they do in Photoshop proper. What the Clone option will do essentially is apply or copy a sample of the skin to the selection that we've made. And Heal, on the other hand, will basically do the same thing, except that it will try to match the lighting and the textures, as well as the shading of our sampled area to the original selection. So I think you guys will see how this works once we actually start making a selection here. So I'm going to start with the Clone tool, and I've gone ahead and selected my brush tool by clicking on B, and I'm going to click on the left bracket key to reduce the size of the brush. You can also change the radius here on the right hand side. And I'm just going to zoom in, Control plus one more time, and let's get working on this blemish right here. We have a pimple on the forehead, and I'm going to click once, and we'll see we have a red lined circle and a green lined or dotted circle as well. Now, the red dotted circle is the selection. This is the original area of the skin that we want to affect, and the green dotted circle is the sample. So again, we're cloning, and so what we're doing is we try to select and move the green circle over an area that we want to copy to the selection. So see if I find this area of the skin here without any blemishes. I'm going to click on V to temporarily hide the circles, and if you go up and click on the preview button, you can see the before and after, and I actually did a really good job. V once again to bring back the circles. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and change the option to Heal, just so we can see a difference. Now, I don't know if you can see this on your screens, but when we toggle between Clone and Heal, you can see that the Heal option gives you just a bit more lighting in the selection than the Clone option does. Now, in this particular case, the Clone really works very well, but in other cases you may find that that the Heal will really give you the effect that you're looking for. Let's go ahead and click Control 0 to zoom out, and actually we zoomed out too much. Control plus, and let's try to find another area that we can work on here. I'm going to move to her lips and chin, Control plus, and we have a few blemishes here on the chin that we're going to work on. I'm going to start with this one here. I'm going to click the left bracket key to reduce the size of this. I'm going to click, and let's switch this to Heal. Try to find a good area for this. And I'm going to click on V to hide and toggle the preview. This is before and this is after. Perfect. And I'm going to hold down a spacebar in order to pan. Let's work on this one right here. And I'll just give you guys a little trick. If you click and immediately start dragging, you can vary the size of the brush like this. So it's a bit faster than working with the radius slider in the menu. And okay, and let's just click and try to find an area. And hold down V and preview before and after. And if we change it to clone, see what that gives us. Before and after. I think the heel is a bit better in this one. So I think this gives you a pretty basic idea of using the spot removal tool in Adobe Camera Raw. And I think they can be a real time saver than having to go through Photoshop.